Hello YouTubers, welcome back to Yorkshire 66. I am Mark, I am your host, your entertainment officer, and yes, I am very much cheaper than the BBC. At least I entertain people, not put you to sleep. And this is what I do. So, let me say what we're doing today. So what we're doing today is my favourite Doctor Who episode. Now my favourite Doctor Who episode is the Christmas Invasion, which is where you see David Tennant, after regeneration, make his first real appearance in the Doctor Who. And I like this, I really do. I really do. The Christmas Invasion is a 60-minute special episode of the British science fiction television series Doctor Who, which was first broadcast on the BBC on the 25th of December 2005. This episode features the full episode appearance of David Tennant as the 10th Doctor, and also is the first specially produced Doctor Who Christmas special in the programme's history. So there you go. So that's your, so there you go. So we all know David Tennant is the Doctor. We know Camille Collins, Jackie Tyler, Mickey Smith, and things like that. So you got them all there. In this episode, principally set in London, the alien race, the Sycorax invade Earth and demanding that either humanity surrenders or 1/3 of them will die. The newly regenerated 10th Doctor, suffering side effects from his regeneration, crash lands the TARDIS in London. He exits to meet Jackie and Mickey and collapses in front of them. They take him to Rose and Jackie's flat, where they put him to bed. The Doctor tells them that this is regeneration has gone wrong, and theories that the energy of his regeneration is luring an unseen foe to him. He passes out again, and is returned to bed. The British launched Mars space probe Guinevere 1 is intercepted by a giant rock-like spaceship heading for Earth. When the probe broadcast is shown on Earth, the face of the Sycorax appears, and he demands Earth surrender and uses blood control to cause a third of the world's population to go into hypnotic state. The Sycorax threatens to make these people commit suicide by jumping off high buildings, and unless half of the world's population is given to the Sycorax as slaves, Harriet Jones, the Prime Minister, attempts further negotiations with the Sycorax and finds herself teleported aboard the ship along with her assistant Alex Klein, Unit Officer Major Thomas Blake, and Guinevere 1 operator Daniel Llewellyn. The warlike Sycorax kill Daniel and Major Blake when they try to sue for peace. Rose and Mickey and Jackie evacuate the Doctor to the TARDIS as the Sycorax ship approaches London. Before Jackie can return with additional supplies, the TARDIS is detected by the Sycorax and is teleported on their ship. Rose buys enough time for the Doctor to finally recover after inhaling the fumes from a flask of tea. See, cup of tea does it all the time. Of tea, when its contents spill the TARDIS machinery, the Doctor shuts down the Sycorax blood control and then challenges the Sycorax leader to a duel, the Earth during which the leader severs the Doctor's hand, since since the Doctor is still within the first 15 hours of regeneration. He regrows his hand and then forces the Sycorax leader to surrender. The leader attempts to attack the Doctor from behind without turning around, breaking stride. The Doctor It's a sensor with a stoma he found in his pocket, triggering part of the wing to fall and drop the leader to his death. The Doctor orders the Sycorax to leave Earth and never return before taking the TARDIS and Rose and Mickey, Harriet, Alex back to Earth. The Sycorax ship moves away. Harriet orders Torchwood to destroy the ship with salvaged alien laser. The Doctor becomes furious with Harriet when tries to justify her actions by reminding the Doctor that he is not always there to save them. Doctor threatens to bring down her government with 6 words before whispering to Alex, "Don't you think she looks tired?" After choosing a new outfit, which includes trainers, pinstripe and a brown dusty coat, the Doctor joins Rose and Jackie and Mickey for Christmas dinner and they watch Harriet on television, fending off rumours about her elf with a vote of no confidence looming. So yeah, so the Christmas Invasion, that is the proper, that's where David Tennant, he's on it full time all the way through, and they have to make it look good, and they really did. I mean, after when he kills the Sycorax, he says, "That's the way I am now," and you can tell this through the evolution from that first episode he ever did right through to the last episode he ever did. I mean, he does become so far through. I mean, he said it on Waters of Mars, right at the end of Waters of Mars, "I am Time Lord victorious," yeah. And that's how he saw himself, because he's always won. He's never lost a battle, he's always won. And things like that. And that's what it is. So, right from the first, I mean, he set out his stall, he says, "That's the way I am now, that's the way it's going to be, no second chances." He'll give them one warning, and then after that there will be no more warnings. He'll just give them one warning to vacate the Earth, which he did. They wanted, they wanted to kill him, or tried to kill him, and that's why he stopped the blood control, and that's why David Tennant, as the Doctor, duelled with the Sycorax leader and he killed him. It's as simple as that. After regrowing his hand back. Which is very clever. Very, very clever script writing that was. I think with David Tennant, and I also say this with Christopher Eccleston, when he was the Doctor, they were very clever writing. I think the best of the script writing was with David Tennant. I think once they moved on to Peter Capaldi, once they moved on to Matt Smith, it wasn't. It was good. Don't get me wrong. The script writing was fantastic, but it was like dark and dingy and things like that. And I suppose they were trying to go to the dark side of the Doctor. And then when it went to Peter Capaldi, it went all woke, box ticking. We want him to do this, and they dressed him up like a clown, a dandy, Dandy and the Clown, things like that. And that's how they did Peter Capaldi. When it comes to the new Doctor, in my mind, she's good, but like I said, they can only do so much. Script writing, the script writing for these 2 new episodes were rubbish. I must admit, there really was. It wasn't exactly the same, and it wasn't there. You know what I mean? Somewhere in translation from acting to television, and how they cut it was terrible, absolutely terrible. Some of it didn't really make sense. Yes, I've got them because I collect Doctor Who. I'm a big Doctor Who fan, but I have seen Doctor Who, come from '70s. I have never watched an episode of the first Doctor or the second Doctor because it was before my time. But I really got interested in Doctor Who after I saw Pertwee last acting role before he changed in, before he regenerated into Tom Baker. Tom Baker is my classic favourite Doctor Who. It's the one I grew up with. It's the longest running Doctor Who as well. He played the Doctor for a hell of a long time, before Davidson got into it. You know what I mean? But yeah, but there you go. But yeah, David Tennant, with that Christmas Invasion, it stands out. It stands out that his intent is to be more warlike, if you know what I mean. He's going to be, I'll give you one warning. If you don't take that warning, you've got trouble. And that goes from the first of that Christmas Invasion right through to the last episode. It really does. And they did make him a bit more cocky as well, right at the end. I mean, when they did the ever last episode, he was nearly crying. Well, he was crying, wasn't he, David Tennant? I don't know if that's his acting ability or he just didn't want to leave. I don't know. But when I saw the last very episode saying that, before he regenerated into Matt Smith, and he says, "I don't want to go," that made me cry. It really did. I was sat there sobbing. It was very powerful and emotional. Is that ending bit? Things like that. So yeah, the last swan song of David Tennant. But David Tennant will always be an outstanding actor in the Doctor Who. So will Matt Smith in his own right. Peter Capaldi will be, and he will be an outstanding Doctor Who. To some people, do like him. I mean, I've had comments when I did when I did the David Tennant news, when I asked who's your favourite Doctor, there were quite a bit saying Peter Capaldi. You know what I mean? I can understand that. I can understand Peter Capaldi. He's a damn good actor. He really is. But he will be an outstanding Doctor Who. For all the right and wrong reasons as well. But it will be. But you got to remember, that's when the BBC started to go woke with Peter Capaldi. That's when they decided to, start box ticking, if you like. You know what I mean? And it's the same with the BBC and all media. But Peter Capaldi, it will be a standing out. And with Whittaker, Jodie Whittaker, I mean, she's the ever first female Doctor. That is going to be amazing. It was like the female who played Missy, the first ever female Master. It didn't have a big impact like it should have. But so what they did is they tricked you basically. When it were coming to end of Missy with Peter Capaldi and she says to the Master, says, "Oh yeah, I've given you a death injection. You've got enough time to get to your TARDIS, and then you regenerate into a woman." That's what we were all thinking. And then suddenly, you've got Peter Capaldi arguing, saying, "Look, I don't want to do this. He didn't want to regenerate. I don't want to regenerate." And then something comes up on screen, and he looks at it and he goes, "One last time, then." And then he does it for the one last time, regeneration, and he becomes Jodie Whittaker, the first female Doctor. And in my own mind, Doctor Who fans haven't given her a fair go. Like I said, if the story, if all the storyline videos are flat, it's down to script writing and how they've cut it, in editing and things like that. But she's the ever first female Doctor. So, that will be an outstanding thing. That is a first for Doctor Who. I think they should have done it a lot sooner in my mind, but no, they kept it on with a male. I mean, that's how it was back in them days, I suppose. Women didn't get recognised like they do now. Hence, now you've got a Doctor who's a female. A lot of Doctor Who fans don't like it, but I did. It was a refreshing way to do, and it were a twist to that story. I'm thinking, so has the Master become a female, or has the Master kept a male? That's the interesting bit, because we haven't seen the Master for a long, long time. So that's the bit where it gets a bit unruly and things like that. But like I say, that's my favourite episode of Christmas Invasion. It's an outstanding piece of acting from David Tennant, especially with the duel, and he loses his hand. Then when he gets his hand back, he turns round and says, "That's how you want to play it," and he basically beats him. He drops that wing. He goes to his death, tells the Sycorax to go, or you'll all be, basically, if they don't go, they'll all die. And so they went, And Prime Minister at that time, as you just heard me say, she shut it down. And the doctor turns around and says, I should have told them the monsters are coming. They're looking at her, you know what I mean? So, yeah. So, that Harriet Harman, Prime Minister, is there. So, but as we all know, through the years with David Tennant, Doctor Who is massing an army to, bring peace to the earth. You know what I mean? So, that is it. You know what I mean? So, there you go. If you've liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please like the video. Please subscribe if you do. It's free to subscribe, so you might as well do that. So, it's free to subscribe and things like that. Also, please share the video to your friends and family, and also to Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and things like that. And that is that, I suppose. Oh yeah. Please comment below, but keep your comments to this one particular video. If you step outside them boundaries, your comments will be deleted, and it's as simple as that. So you keep your comments within this video, like, this is my favourite Doctor Who episode. If you've got a favourite episode of Doctor Who, then you tell me. It's as simple as that. You keep to within. Don't step outside the boundaries of this video, because if you do, I will delete your comment. Simple as. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Bye. Now, fuck out.